Good afternoon, everybody. Brandy Nunes from Nunes Partners. I wanted to hop on here for just a few minutes to bring you some updates in regards to some things that have changed. When we first got into the insurance industry, again, we did start with supplemental insurance. A lot of people know us for that. But at the same time, there are a lot of other options out there. But aside from that fact, the very first thing that we implemented for ourselves for coverage was actually a Aflac cancer plan. And some changes have come that I wanted to let you know about in case you have this policy, because they're actually paying bigger benefits without a change in the premiums, right? So the reason that this plan was very, very important to us, 1 in every 2 and 1 in every 3, right? So those are the stats. 1 in every 3 will get it as far as females, and 1 in every 2 as far as men, right? So it's a big deal, and it's really scary because you just never know. Leo's grandfathers, both on his mom's side and his dad's side, both had prostate cancer, and Leo's dad is a prostate cancer survivor as well. So it was very important for us to have this policy, and I do have a family history of breast cancer as well. So it was very important to us to protect ourselves for that purpose. So the cancer plan has what they call a rider that you can add to it. It is this blue booklet right here. It's called the Aflac Plus Rider, and this is what is changing. You can only get this by bundling it in with the cancer plan. So we just got a letter in the mail that our policy was changing, and I wanted to make sure you guys were aware. The Aflac Plus Rider is essentially a lump sum critical illness rider that you can add to your cancer plan. It's a great way you can bundle in coverage for heart attack, stroke, a bunch of other stuff, right? And I'm going to go over details with you. But what is changing is the benefits that are paid without the cost of the program and the policy going up, right? So every few years, Aflac will go through and they will look and see kind of what kind of claims are paying out. They'll look and see, how is the cost of healthcare changing, and they'll modify their policies accordingly. And then you're pretty much grandfathered into that change. So as you can see, there's a couple of different categories here that this policy covers. And I want to go over those changes with you as far as what those increases are going to look like. So on this plan, it used to be a $5,000 lump sum benefit for any of these: heart attack, stroke, coma, paralysis, type 1 diabetes, traumatic brain injury, advanced Alzheimer's, advanced Parkinson's, ALS, loss of independence, multiple sclerosis, loss of sight, loss of hearing, loss of speech, or sudden cardiac arrest. So if you had one of those events happen, this policy paid a $5,000 benefit. That benefit has now increased to $10,000. So your initial event benefit has now increased. It went from $5,000 to $10,000 if you have that life event happen. The subsequent occurrence, right? So say you have a reoccurrence of that said event, or you have a separate event that occurs in that list. That benefit changed from $3,000 to now $6,000. So these benefits have literally doubled what they're going to be paying to you as a policy holder if you have a life event happen without the cost of your coverage changing, which is pretty awesome. There's also a tier 2 critical illness event. So encephalitis, bacterial meningitis, Lyme disease, sickle cell anemia, cerebral palsy, lupus, cystic fibrosis, several different things that are listed on here. If you had one of those things that you were diagnosed with, it paid a $1,500 benefit. That has now increased to a $3,000 benefit. And then coronary artery bypass graft surgery used to be a $1,750 benefit, so $1,750. They've doubled it. It's up to $3,500 now, right? So this is something that is important to have because it's about the only way through Aflac you can bundle these things together. Otherwise, you have to have 2 separate policies. You have to have a critical care plan and a cancer plan separate. But if you go through your business in a payroll account, you can take this cancer plan and bundle this right on in. And the cost to add it, depending on individual or full family, can be anywhere from $8 a month and up, right? So we're not talking big bucks here. But we've had this policy since December of 2019, and thankfully haven't had anything happen. But at the same time, I did want to make sure everyone was aware, because if you have this policy, it's now paying you twice the money if something happens. And that's a big deal. And again, your cost has not changed. Your monthly premiums are exactly the same. So if you have questions about this policy, if you have it or don't have it and you're not sure any of that stuff, that's what we're here for. Pick up the phone, give us a call, let us know how we can help you, and make sure you understand what you have access to, and what your benefits look like. So just wanted to hop on here for a few minutes and make sure I shared that information with you. If you have anything you need, let us know. We're always here to help, okay? Brandy Nunes, Nunes Partners, we are the Nunes in healthcare solutions. You guys have a great afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care.